start to the finals. Things could change direction here in Game 3. 2K Sports brings you NBA playoff action. In the booth with me, Steve Kerr and Clark Miller. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers facing the New York Knicks. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And for LeBron James, his team will look for him to be a determining factor.
Yeah, he's a very sneaky defender. That's something I really like about him. You've got to be careful if you have the ball, know where he is at all times, because he's got a knack for getting a hand on the ball and knocking it loose.
I should also point out what a fun teammate he is to play with, because if you get a free run to the basket, his alley-oop passes are always right on target.
Taking a look at New York, they can't panic, but after losing the first two on the road, there's no question they'll need a win tonight to regain some confidence and make this a series.
Well, their goal going into the finals was to get a split of those first two games on the road, to win all three home games and take control.
Well, Steve, if they're able to win Game 3 tonight, that scenario becomes a definite possibility.
It's not a series until someone loses at home, and I believe that. He should know, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Number 15. That one a tad offline to the right, but 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Eaton. And there's a slam dunk to finish it off. He passes to LeBron. No good on the three. The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start off the game. Down low, here's Townsend. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Launches a three. No good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Knocks it loose. Here's a tee. And the shot is good. LeBron James on the wing. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Hart. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Good the ball. Taken away. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Brunson. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Ben with me, he had an upbeat attitude when we spoke, especially for being down 2 games in the NBA Finals. He explained his demeanor, though, saying everyone expects them to hold serve in their building, and we feel we can do the same. Confidence not lacking on their sideline despite the deficit, Kevin.
And as always, Doris,
This never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
And he's very much a student of the game in terms of getting to know the tendencies of whichever player he's guarding on any given night.
here's the tee. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Slow here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they're allowing too many open shots. They seem a little sluggish to me.
Now here's LeBron. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. The drive by Paul. He drains the turnaround jump shot.
Some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And New York looking at who they got. That's good. Here's Knott. Here's Eaton. Number 15 gets the three-pointer to fall. Lakers trail by 12. He kicks to Smart. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Boy, you gotta love it. Picture perfect.
Brunson defended by Smart. Lets it fly. And again, it's New York. 2 in the second quarter so far. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Number 15, he's covered by Landry. Here's Eaton, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Put up in this period.
The drive by Paul. Locking him down. Pass to LeBron. Puts up a three. Gets it to go. Here's OG. And the Knicks miss again.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
The dish to Paul. Good. Paul. Back to LeBron. Lock at 6. He kicks it to Paul. And that one stuffed right through. Number 15. He's covered by Landry. Knocked away. Back to LeBron. Backs in. And another basket for the Lakers.
And a nice job of finding some offense in that paint area.
And the Lakers have possession. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And now the Knicks on the break. And for Los Angeles. And that one's good.
Tremendous composure and decision-making. He makes his teammates better. Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication.
Number 15, drilled from 11 feet out. Pass to Paul, just 5 to shoot. Smart. Number 15, connects from three-point range. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball, gives him the lead pass. Paul passes to Smart. There's 1:26 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Paul. Again, Los Angeles. Continuing for him.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always wanted to keep
This is the halftime report. The tension of these finals continues to mount here in Game 3. The Lakers have been tearing it up. They've been on a roll in this one, and so far just dominating the finals, looking to take a commanding lead 3-0. They've held tough defensively. Great rim protection, too, when you look at all the blocks. And a resilient Knicks team staying in it. Their three-point shooting has been nowhere to be found. It's really hurt them offensively. That's why they're behind. And that'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Second half is just around the corner. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Brunson, covered by LeBron. There's a good screen. Here's Hart. Plays it up and banks it in. LeBron outside. Just 5 on the clock. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Hayes throws it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have... The pass to Hart. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. LeBron with it. 7 points in the game. Number 15, defended by Bridges, and that one's good. On defense, New York. They trail by 14. LeBron, left side. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. That's good.
Yeah, big run here, and they've got their opponents in the rearview mirror.
I think they're taking it. Here's Brunson. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Little finger roll.
Number 15, defended by Bridges. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about
to the middle. Banked in off the glass. The drive by Paul. Defended by Hart. LeBron outside. From the arc. Cut the bucket. Hart defended by Paul. Here's OG. And easy 2 points on the layup.
I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
And New York making a change here. Knicks trail by 12. Pull up Jay. Here's Townsend. Good on the shot. Number 15. Defended by Bridges. Back to LeBron. Number 28. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Backs down. Kicks it up to LeBron. They get it back. The feed now to Paul. Tries again. And the jumper is on the mark. He didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
Drills it from outside. Kicks it out to Paul. 6 to shoot. LeBron passes to Paul. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
This is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
Laid in with a nice kick off the glass. Knicks trail by 10. All right now, a chance to set the floor, courtesy of Peterman. Fourth quarter action. Fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. And the Lakers with possession here. Shot is no good. Now about a minute play here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Hart. Needs space. And again, it's New York. Here's Knall. No good from the left.
What was the defense doing there? He was not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Lakers coach as he addressed his team. He laid out the X's and O's and told them we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our...
Kicks to Paul. Shot is good that time. Number 15, defended by Bridges. We're on the clock. Here's Feet, and the powerful one-handed slam. And the Knicks with possession here. With a large of 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Great open look there.
Tired when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Gives him the lead pass. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. Here's Townsend. And blocked. LeBron kicks to Paul. Number 15. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Here's Townsend. Misses off the right eye.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he's not helping their offense.
Got that one up quick. Stripped it away. And they're running. Number 28 uses both hands to slam it down.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal. All the Lakers leading by 16. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Here's Brunson. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
It should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow 100% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
And now the Knicks on the break. Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it.
You want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Boom! He jams it straight down. Shot clock at 6.
Good D, good D.
Number 12. And again, no good by the Lakers. Here's Brunson, and it's blocked. Well, they'll get another chance. And so the Lakers take the win.